What's up, AnimeBallZ fans? Ray here with another episode of What's New Japan, the show where I find out what anime is coming out in Japan right now, and I basically gush my head off about it, telling you how good it is and how you should probably check it out when it gets an English release, and hopefully some of that sinks in and you actually do check it out when it gets an English release. But that's enough babbling from me about absolutely nothing at all. Let's get down to what we're both here for, which is some anime. First up on my list for you this week is an anime that came highly recommended to me sometime last week, which is simply titled Amnesia. Now, unfortunately, it's not based on the video game Amnesia: The Dark Descent, although that would be awesome. It's just focused around a girl who just lost her memory. So this story takes place in a fictional town, in a fictional country, in a fictional world, so no relation to Earth whatsoever. And one morning, a young lady awakens to find that she has lost all her memories prior to that morning. Her life, her relationships, her very name, all gone. All that's left is a cell phone with numbers and names that she doesn't recognize, and a young boy named Orion that apparently she can only see. With Orion's guidance, she struggles to make sense of herself, a boyfriend she doesn't know, and the 1001 little things that make up a daily life. But with no memories left, the only alternative is to forge new ones, even if that means leaving old loves behind. So what will happen to this young girl, who's simply known as our heroine, as she struggles to find out who she is and what's going on around her? Will she ever get her memory back? What will happen to all the friends that she had before this incident? You'll just have to watch the anime and find out. Next up on my list this week is an anime called Line Offline Salaryman. It's an anime short series, so it's only like a couple of minutes long for each episode. But these shorts are set in the fictional Line Corporation with a motley crew of idiosyncratic workers. There's the narcissistic section head and president's son named James, the subsection head Moon, who's always gone somewhere but somehow manages to get his work done, the quiet but kind-hearted subsection head Brown, and the subordinate Connie, who's in an endless loop of yo-yo diets and weight gains. How will these four and assumingly others of the corporation get together? Will they get all their work done on time? Maybe. What crazy, wacky, zany adventures await them in the future? Well, you'll just have to watch the anime and find out to see what happens there. Finally on my list for you this week is an anime called Senyu. You see, long ago there lived an evil being who reigned over the world with fear, called Satan Ramedes. He invaded the human world with his many demon underlings, spreading madness and chaos everywhere. 1,000 years ago, this menace was sealed by the hero creation, and peace returned to the world. And then one day, a giant hole suddenly appeared on the surface of the world, and a vast number of demons appeared. The king discerned that the menaced Satan had returned after being sealed away for 1,000 years, and decided to send the hero's descendants to battle him. He found 75 men who claimed to be the hero's descendant. As 1,000 years had passed, you see, it was difficult to tell who the hero's descendants were. So the king declared that he would grant the title of true hero and a great fortune to the one who defeated Satan, and ordered all the new heroes, including our main character Alba and his warrior attendant Ross, on a quest to bring down the evil Satan. Though he struggles with lesser monsters and is even nearly killed by his partner Ross, Alba's quest to polish his fighting skills leads him to new places and new meetings that he's never experienced. Battles, laughter, and an emotional moment enhance this adventure tale of an incompetent hero and a sadistic warrior. So it's pretty much a standard fantasy anime sort of thing. It sounds really interesting, and it's got a clear villain of the devil, like usual, but hey, if you're into that sort of thing, then definitely make sure you check this one out. So at the end of another week of What's New Japan, what have I told you about? I've told you about an anime that involves a girl who's lost absolutely every memory that she's ever had. I've told you about an anime that is a bunch of shorts put together about crazy, wacky people working together in an office building. And I've told you about an anime that involves a incompetent hero and a sadistic warrior who have gone off to fight Satan. Yeah. Anyway, hopefully one of those appeals to your sense of viewing pleasure. I'm Ray. This has been another episode of What's New Japan. Catch you on the flip side.